Well, Dom, it's been 365 days since one of the biggest trades in Dallas sports history. I'm talking about the Mikhail Granlund and Cody Ceci trades last year for the Dallas Stars, getting to the Western Conference Finals for the third straight year. It's been a year since the Luka trade. It's not fun. This isn't a basketball podcast, but a lot of Dallas sports fans are here reminiscing with me, and it's been on the timeline a bunch today. But it's Sunday, February 1st. As we're recording this, we're into February. Olympic break is on its way, and the Dallas Stars are 5-1 since the fire sacrifice. They're on a 4-game win streak. They swept the road trip last night in Utah. Welcome to Clean Sheet of Ice, the Texas Hockey Podcast. I am your host, Stone Strankman, joined always by Dom Garcia. How we doing, bud?
Stoney, game by game, the Stars are looking better and better. They're on an absolute heater, but I'd be remorse if I did not reminisce the day Luka got traded. We are all in a group chat, and Stone is the Mavericks fan of the group.
Yeah.
He goes to sleep early like I do, but he puts his phone on Do Not Disturb. I need to do that. The next day, Stone is in a suit ranting to the then GM of the Dallas Mavericks. It got so bad in Dallas that there was riots in front of AAC. Stone put me on to like how important Luka was to that city, and I didn't know. Like I think Miko will get there, but my goodness, that was a day I will not forget. And the Mikhail Granlund trade was completely overshadowed in a matter of hours.
Yeah, that happened in the morning. It was like maybe 9 a.m. I did an emergency solo pod for about 15, 17 minutes. Threw that up on the YouTube. We're getting some views. We're getting some clicks. We got a big TikTok going, social post, all that kind of stuff. I was like, man, what a day. Went to my favorite Tex-Mex spots. Shout out to Eddie's. No free ads, but love Eddie's. If you're in Dallas on Lower Greenville, Eddie's is the place to go get your Tex-Mex. Went there. Had a couple of meltdowns, as they like to call them. It's just a frozen margarita with a little topper of Grand Marnier in it. It's tremendous. It's nothing better than that. Had a couple of those. I was like, pretty frisky. Fell asleep about 9:45. Did not take long for me to fall asleep with those two meltdowns in me. And I woke up to the worst news of all time.
I mean, Max Christie is such a great player for the Mavericks.
It always goes back to Max Christie. Well, if you want to talk more about that trade, head over to the Apollo NBA show on YouTube. We'll be talking about that after this show for Monday's episode as well. So tune into them if you're into basketball or the NBA, the Apollo NBA show on YouTube and anywhere you get podcast platforms. But we're here to talk about Clean Sheet of Ice. We're here to talk about Texas hockey. We're here to talk about one of the hotter teams in the league now, the Dallas Stars. I know it's been 1-goal games for what seems like an entire week and a half, but that's 5 wins out of the last 6 games. They're winning the 5-on-5 tremendously. They're doing really well there. The power play is seemingly really, really fucking good again, or never really left, but just seems like it's on absolute fire. The PK looks incredible. And last night in Utah was a weird one to start, wasn't it, Dom?
Yeah. I mean, the power play is buzzing. These guys are getting to their spots. I'm starting to see like national media start to realize like Dallas on here. The only thing that's like in the way right now is Minnesota is also kind of playing exactly like we are. But this type of play from particularly the third and fourth liners, and really, I mean, I don't even know if you can call it third and fourth liners anymore because our lines are just completely like it's just it's Jenga with the lines, but it doesn't matter because these guys have been playing with great synergy and they're staying really well firm defensively on that blue line, and it's becoming really successful in that transition offense.
Yeah, it's been interesting. So that first minute and a half or so of the game was kind of weird. Like it seemed like Dallas was kind of dominating the offensive side of the puck, and they were getting some pretty good shots. And then Utah tries to clear the puck, goes over the glass. Delay game penalty. You're like, that's a weird way to start a game. Like you don't see that very often in the first minute of a game. That's usually a late third period kind of mistake that kind of alters the game. This happened about a minute in. So that was strange right off the rip. First unit goes out there. They create a lot of chaos. I think they did pretty well getting towards the net, but they didn't really get any super quality shots or whatever. And then the second unit comes out and Maverick Bork is running the point where Thomas Harley should be. And Thomas Harley was in the slot where your Wyatt Johnston or your Rope Hintz or your Jason Robertson would be. Maverick Bork gets one to go off the post, the left side. Thomas Harley's right there for the rebound, wide open net. Bang, 1-0. Thomas Harley, fourth goal of the season, 11th assist for Maverick Bork, and Jamie Benn gets his 10th assist of the season. So that's like a weird power play, a weird way to start on the power play. But you get the 1-0 lead, 2:11 into the game, and you feel pretty damn good right then.
Yeah, and what you feel great about is that we're not reliant on the player being in the spot, right? Like we're able to have anybody kind of know everyone's position on the ice on the power play, and it creates a mismatch of you can tire down that, for this case, Utah defense, and get a shot that you want, and you get those kind of shots, good things happen.
Yeah, and we saw a pretty confident Maverick Bork the other night in Vegas getting 2 goals there. So like him flinging it at the net and having the confidence to cover the point like a defenseman and be able to cycle a puck up there, cycled it a few times, and it just came back to him one more time. And he said, you know what? Get pucks to the net, boys. Let's see what happens. It's almost a near perfect shot. It would have been a goal if it just would have been maybe 1 or 2 inches to the right. Goes off the post. Thomas Harley plays the slot pretty well, turns out. And he's got offensive mind. Gets that goal, 1-0. And then you go on the power play again about 5 minutes later. This one, I'm just trying to recall what happened here. This was it's another one where an offensive player is running the point from the top. Mikko Rantanen, he sends it in. Just a one-timer slap shot over from Miro Heiskanen at the point, and Wyatt Johnston gets the right tip on it, goes in. Wyatt Johnston, 18 power play goals this season. So far, we're 53, 54 games into the season. He has now tied Mike Modano for most power play goals in a season by a Dallas Star in Texas. And yeah, we still got like 30 games left for that kid to just absolutely destroy that record. But you're up 2-0 almost immediately. And I believe this was another delay of game? Yeah, it was another one where they sent it over the glass. And it's just like, what's going on in the first 5 minutes of this game? It was weird. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, you put that much pressure on a goalie. I think it was Vejmelka in net for Utah. You're going to panic, especially with the talent that's on that Stars forward group. And that's what they did. I mean, the Stars are great counterpunchers, and with a good counterpuncher means that they're really hard to break down. So they're hard to hit in return. And you know, if you miss, you're going to have to pay for it. And when you have those shots, you got to take them. And the Stars, man, they looked really good. And even before that power play, like they're being aggressive without being out of control. And if you can do that, it makes the game so slow for you.
I like that. That was good. Shortly thereafter, about 3 minutes later, almost 3 minutes later, we get the worst call of the game.
Yeah.
Potentially. Yamamoto comes in and he gets a goal. And it looks like it's goaltender interference, kind of right off the rip, because you're like, that's a weird goal. Why? He's in the crease. He goes in the crease by himself. He doesn't get pushed in by Thomas Harley, I believe, is the defender there. And you're like, okay, and that they're challenging it. That they must feel super confident that it's going to go through. Because obviously in Vegas, they did the same thing. They challenged it against St. Louis, they challenged it for offside, and it very clearly looks like it's offside. That one doesn't go our way. This one, skates bump. Casey DeSmith, the defender's skate and Casey's skate, they get bumped. So that's the first no. Can't touch the goalie. You can't go into the crease on your own and make contact with the goalie. If you go into the crease on your own and you don't make contact with the goalie, no problem here. First thing is the skates bump. So that's interference automatically. The next thing is that the stick is just in his fucking grill the whole time. It's just like all up in his neck and his head region. And I'm just staring at it from the above angle that Robert Tiffin tweeted out like seconds after it happened. It felt like he was so good at that last night. You see that happen and you're like, okay, yeah, this is coming back. They took a super long time to look at it too. Felt like, okay, yeah, this is coming back. They took too long. They're not going to stay here for too long if they're not going to just call it good on the ice. And they came out and they're like, yep, good on the ice. It's good. Yeah, you can fuck the goaltender. You can just hit him with your stick. You can bump his skate. You can do whatever you want to a Dallas Stars goaltender, apparently. So, yeah, 2-1 at that point. You're like, it's twice in 1 week. We've challenged something and it looks like you're going to win the challenge, and they come out and they're like, yep, good goal. Stupid.
Yeah, like the officiating experts were thinking this was going to be reversed, And then when it wasn't, I was like, Jesus Christ. I think it was Jason Robertson who had a play like this, except he didn't touch the goalie at all, and we
Yeah.
didn't get the goal. I want to say it was like 10,
No, that
15.
was wasn't that the Islanders game earlier in the season when Miko got thrown out for boarding and
Yes.
Wyatt scored with 0.1 seconds and Robo
Yes.
just got completely cross-checked into the goalie, not his fault, not on his own. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I I don't know what to do. Like, Jesus, that was bad.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that, but it's just like, all right, whatever. It's 2-1. Fuck it. Just see what happens. See what happens. Then we get a really good play from Jamie Benn a few minutes later, about 6.5 minutes later. Jamie Benn gets into the offensive zone. He's kind of on his own, but he has the defender on his back. He holds him off, does a little 180, takes a peek before he does the 180, sees a streaking Matt Duchene. And that's what you want to see right now if you're the Dallas Stars, a streaking Matt Duchene, because that's another goal. It's another goal for Dutchy. That's 5 in 4 games. This one was a snipe. This wasn't one of those greasy goals. That wasn't like a one-timer goal. That was like, hey, perfect setup from Jamie, but Matt had to make pretty much the perfect shot on the goaltender. He wasn't out of position at all. He had to pick a spot, and he went there exactly where it was. 9th goal of the season for Matt Duchene. 5 in the last 4 for him. He's absolutely on fire, and I think he's starting to feel that confidence that we knew that was there last season with the best line in hockey.
Yeah, this was the 30-goal season, Matt Duchene. These past, what was it, like 6 games, 5 games?
Yeah.
This is what he's looked like. And it doesn't matter what line, doesn't matter what side he is on the ice. Like, if he's out there loose and he doesn't need much time to get that shot off. And God, Jamie, like that was a Mikko Rantanen type setup there. Like, just
Yeah,
the
Jamie
boys.
just did the work to get into the zone and made the right play.
Yeah, when these Stars players are making passes like that, like this is when I'm like, okay, nobody wants to see this team.
Shockingly, Matt Duchene is still 1 point behind Tyler Seguin.
Wow.
And he's played 3 more games so far. And I know it took a while for Matt to really come into his own over the last week or two since he came back from his injury back in December, I believe. So that was a tough one for him. I think he's playing a little bit timid, and now he's starting to kind of get control of his game and feel a lot more confident and kind of rip the shots. And now I think he's got a line that he actually kind of can jive with Sam Steele and Jamie Benn. Sam Steele looks pretty good on the top line. I think he worked out. It's just he wasn't scoring at the rate that they needed him to on the top line with Mikko and Wyatt setting you up. Now that he's here in the bottom 6, he looks like he's got a little extra jump, a little extra finish, a little extra sauce on the game. And then Jamie Benn's just like, all right, I can feed the pucks to you guys. Like, that's fine by me. And Matt Duchene and Sam Steele, I think, are both kind of benefiting from that's Sam's 16th assist of the season, Jamie's 11th last night.
I love that just 3-headed monster top line, but I want to ask you, like,
yeah,
whenever they put one of the kind of grinders up there with the top pairing, who's your favorite? Because I have a favorite.
It's Ritzy.
Yes.
It's I don't know what it is. Like, I don't think Ritzy's like super performed since getting up there on that top line, but it's something about the jump that he does that I liked about Sam Steele at the beginning of the season. I thought there was a little bit of jump, and he does all the hard things, and he can grind it out for Wyatt and Mikko that don't have to get on the boards and can kind of be in the right spot or come pick the puck out of the boards, and they don't have to do all the dirty work, which Sam Steele did the same exact thing. But Justin Rizkovian has more bite to him. I think more cockiness, more bite, more just fuck you attitude, I think, is all it is with Ritzy. And I appreciate that with Mikko, especially on that top line.
I like that Gully has tried everybody and given them like legitimate time to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
But boy, I think it was TJ Oshie who was like asking, and they were all the top guys were like, yeah, Rizkovian is so easy to play with. Like, he does the things that, get us ready and get in position. And we're like, man, can we get that puck? Can we get that puck? Okay, Ritzy got that puck. Like, he's been really fun on that top line.
Yeah, it's Sam Steele, Colin Blackwell type of player in Ritzy. He's just younger and maybe has a little bit more jump. I don't think he's very much younger than Sam Steele is. I think they're roughly the same age. Ritzy kind of was an undrafted guy, had to grind through it up, whereas Sam Steele was a first-round pick and was kind of up pretty soon. So I think they're they're all in the same category. They're all in the
Yeah.
same family or genus or whatever the scientific term is. They're all from the same cloth. It's just they all have a little bit different aspects where Colin Blackwell's going to go balls to the wall the whole time. And he may not be the most skilled guy, but he's going to luck into some pucks. Ritzy, I think, is pretty skilled, but he's going to go to balls to the wall at the same time. He's like one level up from Colin Blackwell. And then Sam Steele's kind of like the Charizard version of it. He's got the skill. He'll go balls to the wall, but he's a little bit more conservative, I think. Ritzy's just going to go run somebody's head off, I think, is the difference. There's no,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's much thinking when he goes out there, and I love that.
Yeah. Ritzy doesn't know what he doesn't know, and it's great because it's been working.
Yeah, he's been really good. Did you see the social video that they put out the other day of like, what do you know more than about your, like, what is the thing that you know most about in this like room compared to everybody else? And everyone's like saying certain things like fantasy football or golf or whatever it is. And they get to Ritzy. He's the last one. He goes, "Oh, nothing. I got so much to learn, man." I was like, I love this kid. He's so good.
That's the best. Just go out there, play hockey, and it's just working.
He's an undrafted guy. There's not many of them. Like we had Mason Marchment last year, who's an undrafted guy. There's not a ton of undrafted guys in the NHL anymore, and Ritzy's one of them. He's earned a spot. So I've had fun with him on the top line. I don't know how long it lasts. I think deadline is kind of going to tell you what that top line is going to look like, because I think that's what they're trying to do. Because I think Maverick Bourque kind of settling in on that second line now with Robo and Rope. I think they're looking for that left winger. If it's Panarin or whoever, like, I would take Panarin. I would love Panarin for a rental as long as it doesn't cost too much. Would love Panarin, but that's a dream scenario where you get to pair him with Wyatt Johnson and Mikko Rantanen. And you're just like, yeah, we'll just go score goals, boys. Everybody else hold it down.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to put Ritzy down below, like, and gets to do what he does best and just do his job and wear out that other team, it's going to be fun. But also, like, this is a long season. And the fact that you can put all three of those guys up at the top, and then you can send them back down, and the synergy is there, like, that's something a lot of teams don't usually have. And that's why, like, people dismiss it, but Dallas's depth is unreal.
Yeah, I think I read something that depth gets you through the regular season and star power gets you through the playoffs. I think we're seeing that because we saw Colin Blackwell was up on the second line earlier in the season when Matt Duchene got hurt. Like, we saw him up there. We've seen Ritzy on the top line, Sam Steele on the top line, seen Maverick Bourque now on the second line. You're seeing a lot of guys in a lot of spots that maybe preseason, and you said that, hey, Ritzy's going to be on the top line here in February. You'd be like, no, he's not. Please no. And then you see it on the ice. You're like, okay, that's pretty good. And you're instilling confidence in guys that may have to be there come playoff time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing. And then third period, it's just another one, it's like it's a pretty good goal there by Utah. They cycled the puck pretty well. They lost a little bit of defensive positioning there, and Yamamoto gets another one. And he's on hat trick watch with like 13 minutes left in the game. You're like, shit, not again. Like, I don't need another buzzer beater. I don't need another overtime. I don't need another shootout in this little 3-game stretch on the road. I don't need that. Okay. I'm okay. I'm good. No more buzzer beaters. No more last minute goals. And thankfully that lasted. It was just 3-2. That was the end of the game. The Stars held the Mammoth to 5, 5, and 4 shots on goal throughout the 3 periods for 14 shots on goal. I know 2 of them went in, but like not the stat you want to see, but pretty good defense, pretty good offense as well, because they weren't shooting the puck, which means you were, for 10, 11, and 11 for 32 shots on goal in the game from the Stars, and you kind of held that lead again in the third period. Not the worst third period you've had in this stretch. Maybe one of the better third periods you had in this last 5 games, but it is what it is. You take the win and you move on. You get 6 points on the road out of 6 points.
Yeah, we have been asking for this team to be physical because everyone else has been physical with us. And I don't have the hit totals on hand, but just the end of like every play, there was kind of a skirmish. I love that. I love the kind of giving a little push at the, even Wyatt Johnston got in the mix at some point, but to finally see Dallas kind of outwill someone physically really played well down that stretch, because it kind of got us over the hill and past end of regulation for that win.
Yeah, so 25-18 on the hits there. Stars had finally out hit somebody again. That was pretty nice. Like you said, they were finishing plays. You saw Jamie Benn throwing the hits on the boards. You saw Adam Ernie doing it a lot. You saw Radek Foxa doing it a bunch last night. So you saw them finishing hits, finishing plays, even though there was not going to be any impact on the play itself with the hit. They were going ahead and finishing the hit out just to say, hey, we're going to be bigger, stronger, and faster than you tonight, and we're going to make sure you feel it. So I thought that was pretty good. They blocked more shots, 12-8. They had less giveaways, 10-18. They had the same amount of takeaways. They had more hits. They had less penalty minutes, and they went 2 for 4 on the power play, where Utah went 0 for 2. And they killed the faceoffs, 56.9% to 43.1%. They won in every facet of the game last night, and it should have showed more on the scoreboard, but it didn't, and you still come away with 2 points. It doesn't. There's no pictures on a scorecard like we say in golf. It's kind of no pictures on the scorecard. Look, you got 2 points. Get the hell out.
Yeah, and that was a rowdy crowd. When we're only up by a goal at the end, like the momentum could have very easily shifted. And shout out to Miro Heiskanen, shout out to Thomas Harley. Like those guys put that flame out quick, and that's what you want to see on this road trip.
Yeah, and Esa Lindell also. So the 2 penalties that came against the Stars were in the first period, I believe, 10:23 into the game, and then 13:04 into that first period. Esa Lindell played pretty much the first full 2 minutes on that penalty kill, and then he comes back out there and plays the next full minute before a little offside call gets him off the ice, and you can see him huffing and puffing. Razor even pointed out he's sucking wind right now. So shout out to Esa, obviously the penalty kill merchant, and we love him dearly. And yeah, it's just a good win. Like you won in every facet. You think you should have scored more goals. You think you should have not given up 2 goals. But at the end of the day, it's 2 points.
Yeah, and you're just continuing to stockpile great periods like that, and it's transitioning over from game to game.
The other thing we're stockpiling right now is subscribers on our YouTube. At Clean Sheet of Ice on YouTube, we finally hit over 200. I think we're at 204 at the time of the recording this on Sunday night. If you want to win this Mikko Rantanen bobblehead, buddy, you better hit that subscribe button, because we got to get to 250. We're going to give away this Mikko Rantanen bobblehead to one of you lucky listeners or viewers on our YouTube. If you listen to us on audio platforms like Spotify or Apple, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. You don't have to watch us there necessarily, but you need to pay attention to the episode when we do hit 250. There's a buzzword. There's a comment word that you're going to have to come into our YouTube at that point and comment that specific thing to win this Mikko Rantanen bobblehead once we hit 250 subscribers. And then obviously we're going to do more giveaways at 500, 750, and 1,000. 1,000 is going to be the jersey of your choice. If you want a Mikko 99 jersey, I'm going to have to figure out. I'm going to have to sweet talk the people at the hangar and see if I can just get a specially ordered one Mikko Rantanen 99 jersey. I'll do it. I'll do whatever I have to once we hit the 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube at Clean Sheet of Ice. We appreciate everyone that already has, everyone that tunes in, everyone that tuned in on the happy hours. We've got a new thing. Shout out to Gustavo. He made a little graphic for us for the Olympics, because it's going to be morning time when we're streaming during the Olympics. Gustavo made a hell of a graphic that we're going to have. So I'm excited to use that, because that's incredible. It's fire. It's great.
Yeah, Clean Sheet Ice is going to be bringing high tier content. We have a lot of stuff in the works. Savannah has been doing her thing. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but she is a star in this business, and Dallas is very lucky to have her, and we're lucky to have her on our platform. And yeah, like we're rolling just like this team is, and we very much appreciate everyone that's kind of hopped on this train.
Yeah, Savannah was just the in-game host at a Stars game last week, before the storm. Whatever. It's cool. It's fine. Yeah, shout out to Savannah. She does a lot for us. We appreciate everything she does. But that'll do it for the Utah game. For the road trip, that's 3 for 3. You went 6 points in a row. You won 8 points in a row, 4-game win streak, 5-1 in your last 6. You've looked pretty good in all of them. Obviously, you'd like to win that Columbus game, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. So you move on to February. We're into February now. It's February 1st. First game is tomorrow. Dom will be in the building, I believe. Not a big deal. He's going to be pretty close to the ice. So if you see Dom, go say hey to him. Tell him thanks for all the views, all the listens, all the things. We appreciate it. But Dom will be there. I'll be there. I'll be in the press box, so you won't be able to see me unless you're up in the 300s. But Dom, are you excited about tomorrow? You pumped?
Brother, I am on the glass behind. I believe it will be the goal that Hallebuck or whoever's in net for Winnipeg will be at for 2 of the 3 periods. So I'm not kidding, right behind the goal. So I think the glass banger's on that side.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's glass banger's side.
But I will be with my eyes like a hawk, wearing my Finnish pride shirt and my Finnish hat. And it will be a sight to see if the Stars can keep this thing rolling. What a fantastic road trip. It will be a banger of a time. I mean, it's kind of warm up here or down here. I don't know what the weather's going to be like in Dallas, but I'm ready.
It got a little warmer today. It's going to be even warmer tomorrow. I think it's going to be in the 60s tomorrow. So that's going to be a joy to see because my driveway still hasn't melted. Still have ice on my driveway. Can't get one of my cars out. It's just sitting there. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That water bottle, man. That water bottle.
The water bottle's still outside. I left it out there. But the Winnipeg Jets are coming to town. They're at 51 points right now through 54 games. They're like fifth from the bottom on the Western Conference. Like a really weird team. Really weird year for them. Whereas last year they won the President's Trophy. Obviously, you lose Hellebuck for 6 to 8 weeks there. And he comes back. There's just something off about the team. I thought losing some pieces in the offseason was going to hurt them a good bit, but I didn't think it was going to hurt them this much. I saw them being the third team in the Central, and instead they're like fifth from the bottom of the Western Conference. It's a crazy thing, but we're going to be on Fox 4 tomorrow. Local Fox, I think, here in DFW.
Nice.
So you can still watch it on Victory Plus as well, but I think if you have cable and you haven't signed up for Victory Plus, which is free, by the way, if you're in DFW, why are you not on Victory? Did you see Empty Netters? Just giving a little double wrister to the Victory Plus guys. Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah, and they deserve it too. Like, it's such a nice, like, it's everywhere. Like, I can go from my TV to my phone to, like, I don't even have an iPad. I have a Google tablet. Like, it's available everywhere, and it's so easy to use. My Stars are right there. If you're I think the Rangers play on it as well.
Yeah.
It's heaven for a hockey fan in Texas.
Yeah, and if you are interested in hockey or the NHL or the Dallas Stars and you're in the DFW area, please sign up for Victory Plus because it is free. Like, that's the best thing ever. And the reason that they are able to do that is because they have sponsors behind it. So obviously you see our previous sponsor up there, pretty much the whole game up there in the top right or left corner. I can't remember. But they're there all the time. They're giving you money as well. Like, every time you tune in, like, they're just giving away money, like thousands of dollars. The more people that tune in, the more money it gets. Like, it's crazy how big the pot gets and everything. But I think the more viewers we can get, the higher that they can sell those sponsorship dollars for the advertisements on Victory Plus. That keeps it free for us. So I want everyone to tune in, tell all of your friends, tell everyone to sign up, tune into Stars games or even the high school football games and everything that they've had on Victory Plus or the Rangers or whatever it is. Like, I want to be able to keep that free for everybody in DFW because that's a huge thing. That's access that I don't think has ever been done before recently. Like, you have to buy the cable package when we were growing up, or then when you're a little bit older, you got to buy NBA League Pass or NHL League Pass and all that kind of stuff. And then if you're not in the area, you got to buy the League Pass, obviously, or ESPN Plus now. And if you're in the area, it's just free. So just go sign up and go watch on Victory Plus. It's a huge shout out to everyone in that organization that's built this program for Stars fans and Ducks fans over in Anaheim, and now the Rangers fans. I know that one's a paid platform, but it's still pretty cheap in comparison. When you get to watch 162 games, you're basically paying less than $1 every game for the Rangers. So that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, and if you're out of market and you're watching on ESPN Plus, you can do what I do, which is when I sign up for Victory Plus, I just put my zip code as a Dallas zip code, and boom, I can watch Victory Plus instead of the ESPN broadcast, which I think in Houston is blocked out. So if you're in Houston and you want to watch Stars, that's the simple hack. And you have free hockey. And not only is it free, it's one of the best teams in the league. So you need to do it.
I'll give you, if anyone needs an address or a zip code, just hit me up. I'll give you my old one. So I don't live in that zip code anymore. So I'll give that one out.
There you go.
There it is. But the Jets are coming to town. I don't really know how to preview this game. Obviously, Liam Bischel's coming close to his return. We may or may not see him before the break. He's not 100% per goalie in his last press conference before the game the other night in Utah. So we may or may not see him against the Blues at 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday night. I don't think I'm going to be going to that one. That's going to be a 9 o'clock game because it's a TNT game. Last game before the break, but you got two more. They're at home, and then you're going to the Olympics, or you're going to Hawaii, or you're going to Cabo, or wherever it is, Stars players. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a long 3 weeks without the Stars, but luckily we're only going to have to go a week basically without watching our guys. I think the 11th and 12th we'll be able to watch our Finns and our U.S. guys up in the Olympics in Milan. So 2 more games at home. Jets, Blues. What do we think?
Yeah, I follow a few Jets fans, particularly one that I live down here in Houston, and basically, like, from Jets fandom, their third line is the least productive line in all of hockey right now, and they've
Interesting.
begged their coach to kind of make adjustments and make changes like kind of the Stars have, and it's just not like, they are a non-fact. They are Reed Shepherd on defense. That's how much of a non-fact. Or, um, uh Trey Young, which I did not know he was such a bad defender, but that's what they are offensively. And if we can just abuse those third and fourth lines, I think we'll have a great night. Um, Man, Wyatt Johnson is creeping up on some of the point totals for this team, and he's quietly having a huge stretch of games where it feels like he's always on the stat sheet. Um, this has been a wonderful road trip, and I think every game in February is at home. So if we can just continue that momentum at home, even though there's a big break in between, just stack those points because, boy, Minnesota's on our heels.
Yeah, they're 1 point up on us right now with a game in hand. So,
Okay.
or we have a game in hand on them. But yeah, you look at the Jets. You remember last year when we did a segment, This or That? It was a previous sponsor. I'm not going to name them out anymore because they're not a sponsor. But before the Jet series, we did This or That. And we did Thomas Harley or Neil Pionk. Off the top of your head, could you tell me how many points that Neil Pionk has? In 40 games. So he hasn't played every game, but in 40 games.
He's got to have at least 20.
He has 2 goals, 6 assists for 8 points.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's that kind of season. I don't just like. Is there a lid on the goal? Like 7 and 12 for Jonathan Taves, who everyone was really hyping up after he didn't play for 3 years. Just like wasn't seeing it, but it's been fine. Nothing crazy. Mark Scheifele and Kyle Connor have obviously been really, really, really good. Filardi's been pretty good for him, and Josh Morrissey has 42 points as a defenseman. Pretty good. Everything else after that is 20, 19, 19, 17, 17, 17, 16, 13, 13, 11, 10, 9, 9, 8, 6, and then it just falls off after that to ones. So they're not scoring points, and they're not getting great goaltending like they were last year. It's a recipe for disaster for the Jets.
Yeah, and that's so interesting because they're doing really well in the puck possession battle. So it seems
Same
like
team.
it seems like when they don't have the puck, they just fall apart.
It has to be that, and it has to just be their 2 top line reliant, much like the Stars were in the playoffs last year, where if Mikko or Mikael Granlund weren't getting a hat trick, it's like, I don't know how much of a chance we got right now. Maybe that's what it is, because Scheifele and Connor have their points. They're up in the 60s, just like Robo and Mikko are. They're pretty close to them. In the point totals, like they're right there, 65 and 63, I think. And Mikko's at 66, and Robo's at 63, and then Wyatt's at 59. It's like I don't know where the disconnect is for them, because it's the same team roughly that came back, but it's just a little bit different. You lose that guy to Carolina. I can't remember his name right now. I thought that was going to be a big deal, and it turns out it might have been.
Yeah, a win tomorrow, or if you're listening to this today, you think about these teams that we've run through. We ran into Boston when they were at their best.
Yep.
You weren't supposed to win that game. You won that one. You run into Utah, who was on a heater, and you quieted that storm. Winnipeg is kind of up and down, but there's still too much talent on that team to not respect. And if you can be aggressive on and win the hits battle like we just did, we're going to see this Stars team continue to improve, and that is what they have done the past couple of weeks.
Yep. It should be a fun one. It's a 7:30 game tomorrow. It's on Fox 4 in the DFW area if you have cable or YouTube TV or anything like that. Also on Victory Plus. So shout out to Victory Plus. Not sponsored at all. I just want everyone to tune into Victory Plus so it stays free for everybody. That's a huge thing. Jets. Then we got Blues on Wednesday. We'll be back on Wednesday to recap the Jets game and have a preview for the Blues game Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're keeping it the same this week. After that, just pay attention to our social media is at Clean Sheet Advice or my social media at Apollo Stoney. I'll kind of giving everybody a schedule update, maybe on the Friday episode and maybe after that, once we kind of figure out what the USA schedule is. I think they play on the 12th. That's a Thursday. We plan on doing a live stream during the game, a little watch along, just depending on how everything works with the Apollo schedule and with the Clean Sheet Advice schedule. But that's the goal. So at least live stream during that. So while you're at work, or if you're skipping work and you're playing hooky and get to watch at home, you hang out with us. It'll be a good time. But the Olympics coming up. Got 2 more games. So enjoy it while it's here, I guess.
Yeah. And I'll say this. Every Stars game I've gone to, there has been something memorable from an Ottinger save to a Wyatt hat to another Wyatt hat to trouncing teams when we were on the back stretch. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm wearing the exact same clothes every single game since the first game of last season that I went to. And that is not going to change, because if I do that and we make the sacrifices properly necessary, this team responds. I don't know if they tell them. I don't know what happens, but they respond.
Something about you in the building, man. I don't know what it is. You're just a good luck charm. You just don't lose. And obviously, knocked on wood. Like I knocked on wood last episode with Savannah because she kept saying something I didn't want her to say. It was jinxing something. It hasn't jinxed yet, but I kept knocking on wood. So maybe I protected it. We'll knock on wood there. Everybody say hey to Dom. If you see him there, you know where he's sitting. He already told you. So go find him. Have a drink with him. Do whatever. Eat a pretzel. I don't know. Have a hot dog maybe? I haven't had a hot dog in a while. I've been kind of craving one. I've been getting into baseball. I've got baseball on my mind a lot recently. So I'm thinking about hot dogs quite often.
I live in Texas and I don't consume barbecue as much as I should.
Yeah.
And rodeo season is upon us now in like early February. It's time. It's time for some brisket. J-Bar M styles food. Yeah.
It's a good call. I'm gonna get some barbecue this week. I don't know. We'll see. But say hey to us tomorrow or today while you're in the arena at AAC. Me and Dom will both be there. We'll be back on Wednesday with another episode of Clean Sheet Advice. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We want to hit 250 subscribers so we can give away that Miko Rantanen and bobblehead that I showed earlier in the episode. Tell your friends, tell your family. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you to all 204 of you that have already subscribed. Tell everybody else. You can subscribe to us on audio platforms like Apple and Spotify, where we also have video on Spotify. And we'll be back on Wednesday with another episode of Clean Sheet Advice, Texas Hockey Podcast.